Yo, 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 let's talk about productivity. So, I have three things prepared that I started doing that I feel like did huge difference for me. So, let's get straight into it. First things first, I think that you should prioritize. This means that if you have five things on your plan today, and let's say that one of them is super important and super deep work, another is, for example, exercise, another is spend time with your family. If you had just these three, for me it's very, very obvious how I would schedule them, and it is to start with the hardest one first, then go on to the exercise, which basically I think there is also some biological reason why it's best to work out at around 4 p.m., but I don't know really. Rather, do your own research. And then last things last, spend time with your family, right? You don't need much brain power or anything to be with your family. That's just rest once the day is over. Because just think about doing it the other way around. Imagine that you woke up when you have the highest energy levels, highest creativity, willpower, everything, and you start with what is the easiest to do. That makes no sense, right? You want to not waste any time, any energy, and get straight into what demands the most energy. And I mean, I think that there are some people who biologically just work better at night, right? Night owls. I think that's biological and you can't really change it. And so maybe for some people it's better to just delay the most important thing um, as the last thing in their day. But for me, I feel like I'm the I'm able to produce the biggest amounts of outputs in the morning, and as the day goes on, usually I'm more and more exhausted. So I would simply start with the highest priority task, which is also the um, hardest, biggest priority, and also hardest to do, and then slowly decrease it as the day goes on. Second thing is called time blocking. This is also what I think Elon Musk does. He basically plans his whole day, and if I'm not mistaken, it's either 5 minutes blocks or 30-minute blocks. And he goes like, for example, I will wake up at 6 a.m. I will eat from 6 a.m. to 6:15. From 6:15 to 6:30, I will do my hygiene. This is just an example of how time blocking works. So you plan your day exactly from minute to minute, basically, or 5 minute to 5 minute blocks, and then you basically do it, right? And it works because when you know what you are supposed to do and you mentally prepare for it, you can just work much better, focus so much better. It's not some spontaneous or impulsive thing, it's just you prepared for it. And so when the time comes, your brain is already prepared. Like now it's time to put out real real output, or just now it's time to really put my head down and focus, or maybe it's just now it's time to wind down with my family. Yeah, that's the second one. And the third one is get rid of distractions. So when you sit to your table or you go work out, get rid of all the things that could be distracting you. For example, if you are going to read a book and you are going to take notes or something, then the only thing you need is the book and some paper and some pen. You don't need your phone. So put your phone on do not disturb mode or just silence it, and put it on the other side of your house, or like it can be even just your room, because when it's on the other side of the room, it's much more less likely that you are just going to stand up and start scrolling or start chatting with someone. However, if you can, just put it outside of the room. And this is one of those things that you can tell yourself like, no, I'm good. This is not something for me, right? I can have my phone right next to me and stay focused. But no, it just doesn't work that way. Willpower is a muscle, and if you use it constantly, like you are trying to read and the phone is right next to you, you need to constantly fight with yourself. So just get rid of the phone. That's obvious. Like there is literally no reason why not to do it. It will just make it 10 times easier to actually stick to your plan. And yeah, so to summarize, first thing is prioritize. Start with what is the most important and then make it like easier. Or also, some people have dip of energy after lunch or somewhere at that time. And so you can also go like the hardest thing in the morning, then something easier, then something even easier after lunch, and then do something harder after that when the dip of energy is over. And then for me, I just like to get rid of the work and then fully rest. The second thing, which is time blocking. So at the start of the day or even the evening before, you will plan out your day in sections and then stick to it. The third thing was to get rid of distractions. So don't be like, I don't need it, because yes you do. So just get rid of anything that could distract you. And this even means that if you are working on your PC and you have a browser there and constantly you just Instagram, YouTube or something, there are extensions that you can install on the browser in like 10 minutes, even less than that I think, and it will kind of block YouTube, Instagram, so you just cannot go there even if you want to. That's really easy way that worked for me to just get rid of the distraction. And yeah, these are 3 tips that help me to improve my productivity. Bye bye.